Sarah Everard, tragic, horrible, horrific murder by the British police was inevitable. Today's D-Day. Basically, I used to work for probation in prisons, men's prisons with sexual offenders. Adult education, Torbay Council as well. All of this now is going to go up on my story on Facebook and Instagram, and it'll be linked in. Blatant evidence. What I say is fact. As I work with paedophiles, I put my name on parole reports, all kinds. That's how I came to be a criminal justice officer for the Ministry of Justice. Police sabotage set up. What I would like to say is that this is people, women, violence against women and organisations like that are kicking off saying, take back our streets type of thing, which is perfectly understandable. I get harassed to death sexually in many, many forms online. I don't even answer private messages on Facebook. I don't even look. Putting in sex groups on Instagram, it's outrageous. And even on the streets, I get it constant. But the one time in my entire life I reported a crime, and it was really bad. I woke up being sexually assaulted. Devon and Cornwall Police totally ignored me because I'd upheld a case against them, and that's when they blocked me from ever reporting a crime again. 2013, that was 2014 when that happened. I had to take it onto Twitter to demand, and guess what? He walked free. Dangerous sexual offender. I'm in a position to judge. I'm an ex-criminal justice officer, and I was put in that position for good reason. So I want people to be highly aware that if Sarah Everard, if she'd miraculously survived, what would she be saying now? She would be all over the news saying, I was afraid, and this man, and she was alone, and she was afraid, and I believe she was on her phone, doing all the right things, and she went, a policeman. And that's how he absolutely violated a vulnerable woman and did what he did to her. And the police had already predicted on Instagram. I knew she was dead. I knew it, and I knew this was inevitable. I put on a BBC News programme on my YouTube channel 11 months ago, and I was screaming out then myself, I am a victim of this. I've been stripped naked. I mean, what do you think's between a policeman's legs? Nothing. Come on, wake up. You not think to get a kick out of stripping me naked? And, well, you need to hear this. When you're kicking off saying, it's not safe on the streets, it's not safe. Policemen are not safe, and this is what Sarah Everard would be stressing. It was an absolute abuse of trust. Not only that it was not only a one-off cop, it was not. Listen.
Is being submitted today, which claims that police forces are failing to investigate people within their ranks who are accused of domestic abuse. The Centre for Women's Justice cites the cases of 19 women from 15 force areas who have allegedly been victims of abuse, violence, stalking, or rape by people who work in police forces. They say their central concern is that police abuses are being
No charges.
Let's talk now.
So I leave that there, right, because I will come back to that and link in. I shall also be linking in what I post to Instagram and Facebook today, evidencing that I was battered. Or, you know, they were trying to say, set me up in September 2020, trying to say that all my videos on YouTube are lies. There was statements went into the courts saying that I fucking swore, right? Someone had ran, police friends, another Coverup, had ran a tractor at me. And I'm like, well, fuck me, if I can't report crimes for the last 8 years, then the next time they might kill me. I knew better than the police to cover it up. And I'm not exaggerating. But they make out as though my videos on YouTube, they were trying to the court to get me put off social media, discredit me entirely, and make me out as some kind of fucking fantasist or something like that. So we'll see about that today, because I will show videos of them coming in my home, taking me off the couch. I took this is what I was wearing. This is exactly what I was wearing. I was in my own home, I took my dress off, I had a bodice underneath. I was going to bed. That's what I was doing, I was going to bed in my own home. My witch bitch of a landlady, who's actually robbed all my possessions presently. I've got no protection from the police. You kidding me? Nothing. Haven't had that for years. That's why I ran for Spain. Ran like I ran before for France. Who do you call when the police are all in on it? It's like having some sick, perverted ex-boyfriend who's told all his mates to get you. That's what it's like. That's why I wore a body cam for 3 solid years. But they're trying to, so they were telling the court, they've got body cam evidence they wouldn't hand over. Oh no, because it proves what they did to me. Ruptured my stomach. Oh yeah, ruptured my stomach and battered me all over my body naked. You see me? They take me out the house naked. So, if all my previous videos are fantasists saying they battered me naked, how did I end up being marched out the house naked in September 2020 on their body cam, right? Battered all over my body, medically evidenced, as I'll show today as well. And yeah, ruptured stomach, paralysed, I couldn't walk for a month. And then I was mysteriously poisoned. Because I'm shouting my mouth off as a whistleblower on these, what they've done and what they're guilty of. And this is the kind of carry on British police get up to. Sarah Everard's murder, she could have been me. I could have been me. I'm not allowed to report anything to the police. All them females that are, that's just one story on that video from Victoria, Derbyshire, BBC News 11 months ago. 15 British police stations are being investigated because they're covering up lawlessly crimes, violence against women, rape, sexual assault and attempted murder of a child. That was just one story, people. So I believe, personally, I feel as though Sarah Everard would not be displeased with me in any shape or form to be highlighting what really should be being addressed. Absolute abuse of trust, cover up, police corruption, police terrorism. I've suffered enough. Time's up. I've suffered enough. If that policeman hadn't have been there, it is a cover-up. It may expose himself as made to, oh, protect the force. No, fuck the women, protect the force. That's what the chief of police, Cressida, knows full well about this. Knows full well about it. The Home Office as well, because I'm ex-Home Office Ministry of Justice, so I know better than most. I've worked with sexual offenders and paedophiles, and I know a sexual offender when I see one, and I have been sexually assaulted, violated, humiliated and sexually degraded by the police, British police, repeatedly. Enough's enough. Thank you.